welcome to Out and About on the Recumbents, the vlog of BJ and Jolyn Ondo. Come along for the ride.
that axle. What I found isn't real good, but it's working. We went up the hill. I wanted to test that right off the bat, and no pull whatsoever, so we should be in good shape. But now I'm going to have to find a different way to mount my trailer hitch. So I'll have to wait for cars to do the rest of it. Luckily, I'm pretty good at supposed to be about 11 mile circle. It's really kind of more of an oblong circle than it is a true round circle. But he said this is some of the older part. What they kind of have to do because of money, they fix a portion of this trail, fix a portion of that trail, fix a portion of that. So nothing ever gets totally fixed all at one time. probably stop somewhere on the way here, eat lunch, because Joe's a type 2 diabetic, so can't, you gotta get food into her every once in a while. Get wonky. There's like an official sign here for the Legacy Loop, because that's what we're on, at least part of it. And like I said, you can do most of it, but it, like right now, it ends at Las Vegas Street. Well, actually, it ends just past Fountain Boulevard because of a railroad tunnel, and they haven't ever been able to get a permission to build a trail through it, around it, or whatever. They're still working on that. I shoot these videos at 2.7K, which is the next step better than 1080p. So I'm afraid my battery only lasts for about a half an hour. So I'm going to do a little this way, and then on the way back, I'll start from there. And do a little coming back. This is Mid-Shooks Run Park. We kind of have a north, a mid, and a south park. The only bad thing is no restrooms anywhere. That's the worst thing about Colorado Springs. They either don't open the restrooms till very late in the year, usually late April, early May, or they've taken them out, or they've never put any in. I've never understood the idea that you put together a playground. You got a brand new one here. It looks really nice. But there's no bathroom. So, you know, where's your poor little kid supposed to do their thing? Never made a bit of sense to me. But I tried to get involved with city politics for bicycling and walkers, because we walk a lot too, and I gave up. It's a complete disaster. I mean, it is so hard to deal with the city. Okay, I got to do it. We just had a lady go by on a bicycle, on a very upright bike, and she was just very upright. And if you guys remember, well, if you're old enough to remember The Wizard of Oz, there's one thing in there where the one old lady was on a bicycle.
The witch, the wicked witch.
Well, she wasn't the witch yet. She was just an old lady there on the bicycle. But this lady had the same look. That's when I was doing the little bit of theme that went with her riding, you know, before the tornado picked up the house. Okay, that's enough.
Our trivia of the day.
Yeah, our trivia of the day. Sometimes people ask why we ride recumbent trikes, three-wheeled bikes, other than a regular bike. And some of it has to do with the fact that Joe's had a couple of heart attacks, and she's a type 2 diabetic, and her balance is not real good anymore. And other times her medicines can fight with each other and make her kind of woozy and stuff at times. So it's just easier to put her back on a trike. And then I wasn't going to get another trike, but it came up to where... Morning. We were fortunate enough dealing with our local credit union that they were willing to finance a loan so we could get Joe an upgraded lighter bike with more overall gearing, because my Rover used to be her Rover, and she kindly gave me her Rover, and I sold my recumbent bicycle, and I'm very happy to be back on a trike. Buddy. The great thing about a trike is that you don't have to worry about balance. It is amazing how much of your energy you spend on a ride just maintaining balance on a regular bicycle. It's not something you think about. No, down. It's not something you think about, but you really do. You're constantly making little adjustments with your body to keep your bike upright. The other advantage of the trike is that if we start going up a huge big hill, we are seniors, and we can't afford electric assist, but if we get tired, we can actually just stop, set our little parking brakes, take a rest, and then head up from there. But you cannot do it on a bicycle because you will fall over if you get too slow going up a hill. Now, are they perfect? No. They take up a lot of room. Howdy. They are much slower than whatever the equivalent bicycle your trike is. These are recreational trikes. They're really not touring trikes. They're definitely not fast racing trikes. They're recreational trikes. So they would be equal to like a comfort bicycle. The other thing that is really bad about recumbents is the price. It is not cheap to get into a recumbent. That comfort bicycle that I was talking about would cost you somewhere between $400 and $600 according to what kind of stuff you got on it. But it would be brand new. These trikes are used. Joe's is a 2014, mine's a 2016, and we paid roughly $900 for each of these trikes. To get new ones of the same caliber, especially Joe's, would be about $2,200 to $2,500. So you do, it has to be, the pluses have to outweigh the minuses for you to make the decision. For us, no questions asked. It's worth it. We're more than happy to go slower to have the comfort level that these trikes have. They are much more, they totally adjust to your body. They can be set up to anybody. I mean, even if you're severely handicapped or you've got Parkinson's disease or, it's amazing how they can set one of these trikes up and make it work for you. Got you, Joe. Got a ped coming down. On any trail, pedestrians have the right-of-way. Dog walkers have the right-of-way. Roller skaters. Bicycles are kind of on the bottom of the priority. And everybody has to yield to equestrians. What I like to call horsey people. Which makes total sense because you do not want to mess with a 1,000-pound animal. That could definitely be to your detriment. it's a little business area. I don't know. It's kind of industrial, but it's little businesses and stuff. Going up a pretty good incline. That's why it seems so slow. Oh, I gotta hit the button here. Roll down. Too bad these big trees are in the way. You'd have a pretty good view of Pikes Peak. Bit of snow on it. Although not too much, just because my camera is facing more straight than it is up. So, although we are on a bit of a slope, well, I see some of it. We're going more deep into the city. Most of Colorado Springs is flat, or has a lot of small hills, not even really foothills. You actually have to head west out of the city towards Cascade and Woodland Park, Green Mountain Falls, to where you get into the foothills, and then you work your way up into the mountains. Kind of nice old neighborhoods. There's a school over here. Oh, okay. That's what we told him to go. So,
Yeah, we
thank
told
you.
him to go.
You're doing good. Buddy. One young man was trying to foot race me, so I thought I'd make him work for his glory today.
You got right next to him, and then he started running.
Yeah, I know. I just stayed right with him, and then I just slowly worked my way ahead. Been a lot of construction down this way lately. They're building a huge apartment complex where some old eightplexes used to be. They've been trying to really update this neighborhood for a long time. It's kind of the rougher part of Colorado Springs. It's still not bad, really, when it really comes down to it. There's a lot of Colorado Springs like that, Everybody, all the rich people live up north, and they think everything down south is horrible. It's a ghetto, and it's not. Howdy. We actually much prefer to live down south. We don't live very far. We're in walking distance of downtown. We got restaurants, we got shops, if we were well off, it would be fantastic. But still, we really love where we live. There's a lot of places up north that are fancy, but they don't have nothing. You got to get in your car to go anywhere, because they never built those areas up there, with the idea of being around things. Where downtown, for many decades, was the center of town. I mean, that's where you went if you wanted to go shopping or go to a restaurant, and kind of died off in the early 70s to the 80s when they brought in the malls. Now it's funny because the malls are dying and downtown is thriving. Well, phooey. I was going to stop here and have lunch, but they took away our picnic table. Oh, man. What a bummer. Well, we'll have to go on and find a different place. Bummer. There could be. Yeah, we could try. We're going to cross Fountain here. And I got to tell you, this goes so far and then it ends. Because the Legacy Loop heads west from here. But this trail goes so far, then it just kind of ends at the old railroad bridge. Yeah, they got some tables down here, Joe. Watch out, glass! Shit! Damn, I hope I missed that. I didn't see it till the last second. Yeah, I think right here would work good. What do you think? Is this okay? All right. Ah, this is great. Okay, we're going to stop here and catch lunch. So I'm going to turn you off and we'll be back later. Thanks for coming along. being a sweetheart and trying to kick away the glass. technically I have a 24 speed instead of an 8. And it's nice. really fun on the flats because the high range really lets me fly. She's pretty darn quick on her 2014 record. It's probably about Washington State. Gentleman bought it. Just a great, great machine. Waiting on light. That's the only problem, like I said, with a lot of our trails. We got a lot of street crossings. A lot of street crossings. If you don't catch those lights right, you get stuck. It's like I've never understood why we can't go now. But we have the red hand lights. We follow the rules. stuck again. We'll have to wait for the whole system to go all the way through. They're supposed to have the all the new concrete part that they're doing this time up to Woodman Avenue done somewhere between the middle and the end of May, and that'd be great because then we can make a giant loop and we can come back on the Cottonwood Trail, and then we can pick up all the way, downhill on the Greenway again. Or we can go this way, and then we can come down Nevada, Vincent Street in Nevada, and go downhill instead of the huge uphill they have. Howdy. Pretty. Indian, nice. I've never had an Indian. They look good. But I'm afraid my days of owning a motorcycle or a car, either one, are totally gone. Just totally out of our extremely limited Social Security retirement income. Right now we're on Corporate Center Drive, and there's a bike lane all the way up. So they've been using it as kind of a detour until they can finish up to Woodman. Because after Woodman, it turns back to dirt, and it goes through the Southern Trail Gate. Not the Southern Entry Gate, but the Southern Trail Gate on the United States Air Force Academy. It goes all the way through the Academy on the back side of the Academy. As long as they're not on alert and end up blocking it off. Supposed to use this. They're here on Fridays. Yeah, as you can see, this is where they're working on phase 2 and 3, and they'll like I said, hopefully finish that sometime by the end of May. And it'd be nice to have this wonderful smooth concrete. This is brand new. This used to be a had old brutal boards in it, and I mean to tell you, it'd beat you to death going across it. Now, much better. It's still a bit on the noisy side, but it's so much smoother. And they took a chunk out of the hill here. It's a real steep little hill, and now it's just a kind of a mellow little rise. And this is all concrete. And it used to be pretty beat up asphalt. So this is really nice now, man. We love the concrete trails. They're definitely our favorite. And doing the route we did this way we get to go downhill. We love downhill. We call downhill reward. We call uphill payback. Because this is Colorado Springs, Colorado. There's always a hill. This is not Florida. This is not central Kansas. There is always a hill somewhere. You're going to go up, you go down. I-25. It's amazing how much chillier it is under here. I mean, it drops like 15 degrees. Yeah, lots of people with e-bikes. But you're okay. We don't have any real problem with e-bikes. Sometimes they speed a little too much. These trails are supposed to have a 15-mile-an-hour max speed limit. Of course, guys like this coming up don't pay any attention to that. They haul as fast as they shouldn't because, there can be little kids on here, ladies with babies and strollers, but you know how people are. They think they're more important than anybody else, which is really sad. And sometimes you'd be surprised how many people don't even know that these trails have rules for speed limits. I carry a little plastic card that has the trail usage rules on it. Because I've had people argue with me. Oh, here you go. Read it and weep. But, it's just such a nice day. Man, it's such a nice day. Colorado Springs is a very beautiful place to ride. I wish we had a better trail system. Like I said, it's in little pieces. We don't have like a 100-mile long trail that, hooks to another 100-mile trail like places like they do in Ohio and California and other places. Washington State, like the Coeur d'Alene Trail, which, oh man, if my wife ever hits her Powerball, and she swears she's going to do it, so I'll hurrah her on. That's a trail that we're definitely going to do. It's up in Idaho, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. It's 72 miles long. It goes over a 4-mile wide lake. It just looks so awesome. Little towns everywhere, along. Stop, places to eat, stay the night. Man, they need something like that here. The Pikes Peak Greenway could be that, but it will cost lots of money. So it won't happen. There's really not a ton of amenities on the Greenway. Very few, actually. And that's a shame. The one amenity is that there's an exit trail up to the University Village Shopping Center. But once you get past that, there really isn't anything there till, like you're clear downtown. Bridges, it's got the really older rough boards. Although that one's still in pretty good shape. Had my leg against the bell, I couldn't let them know. I remember that. Yeah, nice long handlebar you do on a bicycle where you can just put all kinds of stuff. We like our bells because they let people know without yelling at them. And we're very happy to have them. By the time you get a bell and a computer and some lights, you really have to get, I literally had to build holders, make my own for the bell, the lights, a couple other things, because there's just nothing there. There's not enough room. I built the mount for the camera that's on the front part of the boom from spare parts, and it's not perfect by any means, but it does a good job. My old camera only had a 180 millimeter wide lens, so you didn't see my feet every once in a while. Now this one has a 270 wide lens, so every once in a while you catch my feet, but that's just the way it's got to be, because I really have no other place to put it. I tried mounting it to different places, the back of the seat or whatever, and I just couldn't get it to where it didn't vibrate. And it's only a $40 camera. It's a little Camp Park 4K Ultra, and it has an EIS system, which is a stabilization system, but it's not very good. Right now, it's on full. Well, it's on. That's all. It doesn't have anything more than just on. And so this is as stable as I can get the video for you. And I apologize for that, especially like on these bridges. This one's in pretty bad shape in places. So because we don't have suspension, the camera's going to move a little bit on that kind of a surface. I'll let Joe up ahead of me so you can see her go by. So you're not just staring into the abyss there. Again, we're going along Fountain Creek. To me, it's big enough to be called a river, but for some reason, it's always been Fountain Creek. Now, it gets really wide in places down south as you're heading towards Fountain, Colorado, and then on to Pueblo, which is about 40 miles south of Colorado Springs. But there's no trail that way. They're contemplating making a trail to go all the way from Fountain to Pueblo, but I don't think that'll ever get put together in our lifetime. If it does, it'll be dirt. Because Fountain is way smaller than Colorado Springs, and they do not have the money to do asphalt or concrete. And for us to be able to do that, we'll have to put on a different rear tire. Something with a bit of a knobby on it, so we can get some traction in the sand and up the hills. Putting a knobby tire on the front is absolutely a waste of time, because there's no drive to it. So it's not, your tread is not going to bite. So you can leave the regular street tires on the front, which is good because then you don't have to mess with size 24 for the 24-inch wheels for the new Rambler. Joe's Rambler is an old one, a 2014, so it only has the 20-inch wheels. The new Rambler has 24-inch wheels and very wide tires. It's got like, I think it's like 3.1, so there's 3-inch wide tires. And they've got fenders to fit the wider tires. If we want to put fenders on our trikes, as soon as we can get them with the money, they're quite expensive. And but if they had wider fenders, then what I do is I would put two Schwable big bins on the front because they're 2.15s, and that gives you more surface on gravel. And plus they're kind of a balloon tire style, so you can set them a little softer and have really good suspension out of them. Basically, very pass. Oh, we gotta go here. when you're riding or you're walking or running or whatever, you use carbs. So you kind of have to replace those things, otherwise your body does really stupid stuff. Like you get dizzy and you fall over on your face, which is very bad, especially when you're almost 70 years old. Bones do not heal well. As you get older, the body loses a lot of elasticity. I think that's how they pronounce it. Yeah, the bones thin out. Joe has to take a heavy calcium pill just because they say she not only has thin but brittle bones. Now, I have wicked arthritis, so I'm sure I'm probably right there with her. I probably should take it too, but I really don't like taking any more than I actually have to. So she did talk me into taking vitamin D3. That way, whatever cheese, we don't do much milk, whatever milk, cheese, eggs, dairy stuff, I guess the D3 metabolizes it better, so it gets into your body and does its thing better, absorbs it. So saying that made good sense to me. A little leery of calcium pills because my dad had an ulcer. My dad was really bad about going to the doctor. Really bad. It got so bad that he was basically just, if you can mainline temps and acids, he was doing it. It was like a bottle a day. And it calcified his heart arteries, and he had to end up having a quadruple bypass. I don't know. spondylitis is called ankylosing spondylitis, and it's getting much meaner as I get older. But I'm not gonna let it put me down. It's gonna have to do something entirely drastic. Put me down so hard I can't do anything before I quit. No matter how bad it hurts. Riding a recumbent trike on these trails with no car traffic is just the best. I mean, it's just the best. You're just riding, relaxing, enjoying. And the crazy thing, we basically ride the same trails all the time. Now we try to do different things with those trails, so it's never quite the same every time. But they're the same trails. There's only so many trails here in Colorado Springs. And without a car, we can't, like, go to Cherry Creek Trail System in Denver, or down to the Lincoln State Park trail, which is fantastic. It's right along the Arkansas River. That's a river, it's serious. And we really miss that. Tomorrow's Saturday, and it's going to be like 80 degrees in Pueblo. Days like that, I really miss our old truck. So we can just throw our trikes in there and head down to Pueblo. Passing on your left? You're fine, thank you. And, yeah, let me know down in the comments if you don't want me to talk as much. Like I said in the first part of the video, I had a couple people tell me the videos were boring because all we did was put music to cruising through the area. So I've tried to give you a little history on us, a little bit about the trikes that we ride, why we ride them, a little bit about the trail system. Tried to vary it a bit. I'm going to try really hard to put in background music at a very low volume. And so far, I've brought down the volume according to my video making program, but it doesn't seem like it really brings it down much. So, that was the reason I went back to using the wired microphone, because if I put any music behind it, you couldn't hear me talk, or you'd hear me about yourself? Yeah, well, hers is a Rambler. Mine's a Rover. Oh, those are beautiful. Yeah. There you go. Oh, yeah. Someday, if we can come up with the bucks, we plan on doing that. Yeah. Yeah, they're nice. Have a great day. Have these people's money. He's riding a specialized e-bike. You're looking at a minimum of $2,200. Minimum. An absolute minimum of $2,200, and probably more like 26 to 32. And a cat trike, which is a premium brand, is more expensive than ours. He didn't say what model it was, but the cheapest one they have was the Enola, and they don't even have that one anymore. They had it for 2 years and scrapped it. It's a really nice one too, because it was a 1x11 with a 1142 10-speed setup. And yeah, like I said, just to have the money. So he basically had about a minimum of about between 5 and 6 grand into his ECAT with the system. Since he said 3 grand, that means he probably got a Bosch, either a Bosch or a Shimano e-bikes or e-assist system. Very top of the line. So between the specialized e-bike and his e-cat trike, probably looking at $10,000. And that's just for him. He's got the same kind of thing for his wife. Looking at almost $20,000. That's the problem with e-bikes, or e-stuff. It's just so freaking expensive still. Someday they'll get it down in price, They'll come up with enough systems to where they can get it down to like $500 with an install. $500 for the kit, maybe $100, maybe $600 to have it installed. Because if we can get both of ours done for, both of them for $1,000 or $1,200, that's venerable, It's really hard to go to Int and say, okay, we need to borrow $4,400 to put an e-motor system on our 2 trails. $4,400. Like I said, the only advantage I see of having e-assist is that we'd be able to ride with the group. That's it. There's no other real advantage I see because, as far as getting up a hill, it'd be easier, but we just go slower, So yes, we could go up hills faster, and we could go further in a day with the same amount of effort. So there are pluses to it, but the cost is just astronomical. complain about the extra 2.5 to 3 pounds of this hub. You know, then you got another 5 or 6 pounds, you know, for the e-motors, you know. And I gotta haul these things up and down stairs. No. We cannot get E-systems until we can afford a storage unit or a garage, yeah. That's just all there is to it. Right now, if I was looking at money, I would rather have a storage unit than I would an e-assist. Because eventually, it's going to get really hard for me to do that. I'll tell you. Now we're on Cascade Avenue. This is the Cascade Avenue bike lane, which they put in about, I don't know whether it's 2 or 3 years ago now. I think it's just 2. It's fairly new, and it's nice because it's flat. We're just just adding a little extra to today, and running into downtown and pick up the Pikes Peak Avenue bike lane, back over to the Weber Street bike lane, and head back north. Just because it's such a nice day, and we've been stuck doing riding our recumbent style exercise bike, which I like to call the Klingon torture device, for a week. Because of the wind. Yesterday had sunshine, and